Imagine coming home as you normally would, and at the blink of an eye, your entire life changes. As a matter of fact, you actually lose your life. Senseless crimes happen every day, everywhere, no matter where you're in the world. And then you can't minimize, a crime is a crime. You can't minimize it. Lives are taken, punishments are given, but when and how does this ever end? That's what happened to 23-year-old Jill Thiessen coming home at 9 o'clock p.m. after watching a movie celebrating her birthday. She was working with a male friend. Because she was with a male, she was an automatic target for rape. She had on a skirt. It was 9 o'clock at night. She had a cell phone. In India, those are targets for rape. She and her friend walked to the bus stop, a regular route, got on the bus at the regular time that the bus come at 9 p.m., and they did not realize until they got on the bus that they had actually walked into an ambush. The friend was quickly snatched. He was beaten severely, almost unconsciously, and they brutally beat and raped Jill until she was unconscious. But that was just the beginning of it, because this went on for very long hours. After as they classified it as did her, they threw her on the side of the road. And the bad part about it is that passerbys, they're just that, they passed right by her. No one came to help her. When help finally came to her, it was really too late, because she had such a bad internal bleed that it killed her. So she went to celebrate her birthday, never made it home to finish having a good day, because she was killed because she was walking with the male. The attackers, their idea is this. If you are outside, if you're a female, you're outside at 9 o'clock p.m., and you're with the male and it's not your husband, then you need to be taught a lesson. The lesson that you need to be taught is that you will be brutally raped, because if you're outside at 9 o'clock p.m., you're not clean and you're not good. And in their mind, you're looking for someone to rape you. Sounds crazy, but that's it. She's a resident of India, and those are laws that happen in India. Actually, there are no really. It's legislative, actually, because the government hands are tied, because there's so many crimes there. As a matter of fact, 93 women are raped in Indonesia and Singapore and India every single day. Every single day. Okay. It was 6 attackers. The second attacker said that had she not resisted the rape, they would not have beat her friend unconscious, and they would not have tortured her for hours. They would have just, again, did her and threw her off the bus. But since she resisted the rape, they gave her torture, because they said because she resisted the rape, that's what she wanted. 94% of rapes, it's stated that rape victims are always raped by someone that they know. However, there's a lot of rape victims that are raped by people that they don't know. It's just a heinous crime. It takes place all over the world, but the laws are so different from country to country, state to state, and it's like almost like a double standard. Okay, the bad thing about it is that there is a law in India, Singapore, Delhi, and this is the law. You can marry at the age of 13, and the parents pick the female's husband, and they can begin to rape and beat their wife at that age if they so please. If they offer sex and the 13, 14, 15-year-old resists the sex, they will beat her and they will brutally rape her. So it's really sad, because that means that a girl who has not even reached adulthood yet is being brutally raped like that. On the flip side, we have so many people that are falsely accused of rape, like the one Christopher Abernathy. He spent 40 years in prison for raping a 13-year-old girl. He never raped a 13-year-old girl. So the real perpetrator was still out there walking the streets, still committing the crimes, and we had an innocent man behind bars who never did rape the girl. The sad part about it is that the hands of the law is limited in such cases as Jill Thiessen in India, because there are too many people, and they could easily overthrow the government. So now they're saying if either of the attackers are accused of rape, it's going to be very bad for every woman that lives in India, because they will go out and every woman that they pass, they will beat and brutally rape the women. So that goes far beyond being controlled as far as the law is concerned. So, in closing, I just want to say that crime does not have a face. Victims are not researched before they are attacked. Suspects have no respect of person. So just because Jill was walking down the street in a skirt and she was targeted for a rape victim does not mean that you can walk down the street in pants and not be targeted as a rape victim. There's so many different people in the world, so many things on people's minds, and some people just do not think right. So if they can just really just pick anybody out of the crowd, so I'm just going to rape you because you have on pants and because you have on a blue shirt, then that's a sick world. So it's not only here in the United States, it's not only there in the third world countries, it's all around the world. So in closing, that's what happens in the world today. It's double standards from country to country, and so it's everybody needs to like be aware of things, be aware of yourself, be aware of your surroundings. But you never know who's a target because you're no different than anyone else. Any questions? Turn the camera back around.